The 2025 Acura Integra in the A-spec trim to my left, and over to the right we have a 2025 Acura TLX also in the A-spec trim, and we're going to be comparing both of these cars. And no, we do not work for Acura, but we'd like to give them a thanks and a shout out at Nilo Acura here at the Roseville Auto Mall in Roseville, California for providing us these beautiful cars for this comparison. Now, you might ask, why are we doing this? Because it's just a big price difference. This coming in at around $35,500, and this one's coming in at around $52,000 and some change. Yes, guys, it's about a $17,000 difference or whatnot, but we just wanted to offer you guys some information, some comparisons between both body styles. Now, what do we have under the hood on the 2025 Acura Integra in the A-spec trim? You get two powertrains, this being one of two options: 1.5 liter 4-cylinder direct injection turbo VTEC engine paired together with a continuously variable transmission, also known as a CVT, pushing 200 horsepower and 192 pounds-feet of torque. Now, if you ask me, I miss the naturally aspirated engines, and I'm not a big fan of the CVTs, okay? But if we go ahead and compare it over to the bigger brother, we still have a 4-cylinder engine, but it's coming in at the 2.0 4-cylinder, still VTEC, still turbocharged, and it's still direct injection. But what I like better is the 10-speed automatic transmission, and you're getting a bit more pep to your step with 272 horsepower and 280 pounds-feet of torque. Now, 0 to 60 does change a bit from the little brother Integra, coming in at 7 seconds. The TLX is coming in at about a second faster at about 6 seconds on the 0 to 60. And you might ask, dimensions. What are dimensions? Because the TLX, yes, is looking a whole lot bigger. Starting with the Integra, the little brother, we have 186 inches in length, 75 inches in width, and 56 inches in height, with a 108-inch wheelbase and 3219 pounds curb weight. But if we come over to the TLX, we have almost 10 inches longer at 195 inches, with fairly the same with the 75-inch width and the height at 56 inches. But your wheelbase changes at 113 inches, which is 5 inches more, and the curb weight being a little bit more heavier at 3756 pounds, everybody. Now, you guys do the numbers, see what you guys think is better. MPG is a bit better on the Integra. Now, what is the MPG numbers, you might ask? The MPG numbers here on the TLX is going to be 21 city, 29 highway with a 24 combined. And what is the Acura Integra? MPG is 29 city, 36 highway, and a 32 combined. 12.4 gallon gas tank size, 15.9 gallon gas tank size, okay? Now let's go ahead and shut these hoods and talk about exteriors. Let's talk front ends. Now, because both are A-spec, you're going to get A-spec styling with the black gloss trim, a little bit more aggression on the front bumper fascias. Here, we still have the LED jewel eye headlights with the daytime running lights. Now, the headlights are kind of similar, but they're not exactly the same. Don't let that fool you. Black housing coming down, grille in the high gloss black lower grille, LED fog light because of the A-spec, and the active air vents for that wheel area. We'll shoot over here. We have LED jewel eye headlights. Now, kind of same idea, right? Same shape, but a little bit different with regards to the size. Got the high gloss black trim on the grille and next to the active air vent here, but we have matte black plastic trim on the bezel and on the lower grille. But this TLX comes with the tech bumper sensors in the front and bumper sensors in the back, with the rear cross traffic monitoring system added to that tech as well, okay? Now let's go ahead and move forward. What do we see different here on the wheel area? On the wheel area, starting with the little brother Integra, we have a front McPherson strut suspension system with a rear multi-link suspension system, and you get four-wheel disc brakes all around. So they actually have to mention that. We do know that comes from the Honda side because we see it in the Honda Civics. And what tire are we running on these Integras? It is a Continental Conti Pro Contact, and the size is 235/40/18 with a gunmetal glossy gray, okay? Coming over to the TLX, a bit bigger on the tire and the rim. We're running a way better tire at a Michelin Primacy all season, and the size is a 255/40/19 alloy with the same exact color with the 19-inch gunmetal glossy gray, and suspension system is the strut, the standard shock spring strut suspension. They don't mention the front McPherson or whatnot on the TLX. A-spec. This is the silver, and this is a urban gray, so you can kind of tell the difference. This is actually new to 2025. Side mirrors, blind spot assist on the Integra is actually on the mirror, to where the blind spot assist is actually on the inside of the car of the TLX, okay? They do not come automatic foldable on either or. And one thing that you're gonna see that is different is the integrated blinker lighting, okay? TLX has the integrated blinker lighting where the Integra does not have that as well. And the TLX comes a heated mirror where the Integra does not. Keyless fob entry on both. Moving forward, we have the black matte trim around the windows, tilt and slide moonroof option on both, okay? Kind of keep an idea or keep an eye out on the body shapes. Now, we do see that the body shapes kind of resemble each other, of course, because it is Acura or Honda, you might say. So, but you get a little bit of extra body line here, kind of a little bit more cut, adding to the aggression of the TLX Sport look, okay? Coming over to the rear end, you're gonna see a lot of difference here in the back. And what do I mean by that? On the Acura Integra, you kind of have that hunchback look, to where the TLX, yes, slightly similar again, but it's more of a sedan, to where you have the trunk space here and the trunk lid being that standard sedan trunk lid, to where the Integra itself actually has the gate. And we're gonna open that so you guys can see the difference. Still, because of the A-spec, you get the trunk lid lips, okay? Tailgate lip as well. The back end, you're gonna see, again, a little bit more difference. LED tail lights, but the tail lights themselves are completely different. It's not like the front where they kind of resemble each other. Complete different shape on both, okay? Here on the back of the little brother Acura emblem, the way you're gonna open that trunk is a electrical button, and it's gonna open that tailgate just like that, all right? And that offers us up to about 25 cubic feet of space here in the cargo area, because it has that kind of a wagon feel, all right? Let's go ahead and shut that real quick. We have parking reflectors going horizontal, high gloss black trim on that diffuser area with the camera system right over that Nilo.com license plate, okay? Integra is integrated into the bumper. Coming over to the TLX, all right? We got the camera system is integrated into the Acura emblem, so it's not over the license plate, okay? The way we're gonna open up that trunk is a little button placed on the right of the lid, so we don't have that Integra handle. That's different. And dropping down, we're gonna have a single tip exhaust on the right and on the left, as the Integra also, okay? But the exhaust tips are a bit bigger on the TLX. Bumper sensors here in the back. We do have the bumper fascias, completely different on this, okay? A little bit more sporty, a little bit more cuts, where the Integra itself is a little bit more bubbly, okay? Let's go ahead and talk cargo now. I wanna start with the little brother. I did talk about cargo size at around 25 cubic feet of space. You could go ahead and drop these back seats down. But one thing that stinks about the Integra is they come standard front wheel drive. You don't have an all-wheel drive option, so you can't really use this for the mountain. If it's snowing and you wanna head up to the mountain and you wanna take some skis or snowboards, you don't have that option, okay? And what do we get on or under? We do not have a spare tire in the Integra, okay? Keep that in mind. Coming over to the TLX, this is what I do like, SH all-wheel drive on the A-spec, okay? They do come front-wheel drive standard, but you have the option of the all-wheel drive. And you could actually drop these backrest seats and take some skis and snowboards and shoot over to the mountain. As the Integra, the TLX does not have a spare tire as well either, okay? Let's go ahead and shut both tailgates or lids and shoot over and show you guys the differences in interior. All right, so before we continue, guys, if you guys like to see more videos like this one, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. And also keep watching because we're going to be dropping those MSRP stickers so you guys get an idea of the lists on what they come with, because there's just too much to mention. But the overall look on the Acura Integra, we just want to show you guys, we're not focusing so much on the price tags, everybody, because we know TLX is a bit more luxurious, a little bit more room inside and so forth, but just showing you guys what Acura has to offer. Starting with the door panel, your door panels are slightly different with regards to the handles, placement of your switches, memory seating, and the panel itself. On the left-hand side of the manual steering column, you have a bit more sensors and buttons going on the TLX. Trims are going to be slightly different going across that dashboard. A-spec steering, we have the flat bottom steering on the TLX, where the A-spec on the Integra is not flat bottom. You still control your digital cluster here on the right of the steering wheel, going through your info cards, just like that here on the Integra. You also have the paddles, okay, for that CVT, the regen paddles. Controls the same on the windshield wipers, lighting system on the left. Clustered is slightly different. You have a temperature gauge on the left that is kind of a manual gauge, I would say, or a lighted manual gauge. And on the right, you have your gas tank gauge, but everything else is digital. Moving over to the infotainment screen, 7 inches compared to, I'm going to show you guys the bigger screen in the TLX. Does come with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, but it is not wireless. Here you still also have the Bluetooth here as well, but you get the 7-inch screen. You go back to menu, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so kind of very simple. Control your audio here on the left. Okay, now we can go ahead and touch. This is one thing that's different, that the Integra comes with the touch sensitive, where the TLX does not have touch sensitivity. Okay, dropping down, dual climate controls just as the TLX. You get the heated seats. Dropping lower than that, USB-A plug-in, no wireless charging pad, and a 12-volt outlet. Shift lever, dynamic mode lever to go in and out of those modes. You get 3 modes on here: sport, normal, and comfort, just as the TLX. The TLX just adds 1 more mode, and that's the individual mode. Engine on/off button, your handbrake button, brake hold. Cup holders, very nice, big and deep. This is what your key fob looks like in the Integra. Also with some small center console area. Seating system, kind of plain all black. Stitching is a little bit more higher class. I have to mention it, from the Hondas, but of course Acura is the more luxury. In front of that, non-lockable glove compartment. And get a load of the design on the dashboard is completely different, okay? Well, now let's go ahead and jump over to the second row seating of the Integra, show you guys that real quick, and then jump into the TLX. Second row seating of the Integra, and some slight or big differences depending on your preferences. Here in the back, we still got that same look on the trim with regard to the seating. No armrest or no cup holders back here, okay? So take that into consideration. Center of the seat does not have an armrest. Also, the back of the seats come hard back on the TLX, where this is just a 1 pocket on the back of the passenger seat and no pocket on the driver. In between those 2 front seats, we have nothing going on here. No plugs for USB-Cs or USB-As, no vents as well. So everything is going on up there in the front. As well as up top, we have just 1 reading light, to where the TLX will center 2 reading lights over the lap of the passengers, okay? But you're getting the car seat compatibility here as well. Now remember, guys, not focusing more on the price tags or the bells and whistles, but we're focusing on the style. This is what the Integra looks like overall. Let's go ahead now and jump inside the TLX. So let's go ahead and show you guys the overall design difference on the interior. Again, remember, bigger sedan, everybody, with regards to the interior. You're feeling like a little bit more hip room, shoulder room, just overall. Now, get a load of that dashboard, completely different. The A-spec does come with way more bells and whistles. than the Integra A-spec. You're getting that leather wrap dash with the red stitching, the infotainment screen that I was talking about, way bigger than the 7-inch non-touch sensitive. You're getting the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto wireless. You're also getting the navigation because of the tech package on this car, right? And the way you're going to control that, because no touch sensitive, you're going to control this with the touch sensitive pad here. You're going to go home, and then you could go actually Apple CarPlay navigation and show you guys what that navigation looks like and the split screen. So continue offline, and that's what it looks like, okay? You also get built-in Alexa and so much more. But what do you guys think about the design? Yes, it feels way more luxurious. Dual climate controls here as well. You're getting the ventilated and heated seats. Ventilation because of the A-spec, okay? So Integra doesn't get that. Dynamic mode, remember I mentioned to you guys, you're getting a difference of one extra mode, and that is the individual mode. You press and hold a knob, and you can actually set your own individual settings. And you're getting a little bit more on the interface. Cluster, completely different, way better looking cluster with the full digital cluster, even your temp gauge and your gas gauge. You can actually also go through the info cards as well with the controls on the steering wheel. The steering wheel does come A-spec steering with the flat bottom. Remember, I told you guys, so no flat bottom in the A-spec Integra. Controls there with all the tech. Right behind that steering wheel, paddle shifters for the 10-speed automatic transmission, okay? Controls to your wipers on the right, controls to your lighting system on the left, okay? On the left-hand side, remember I was telling you guys that you get a little bit more buttons, and that is because of the tech and A-spec. Here on the TLX, you're getting more bells and whistles with regards to the sensors, bumper sensors, and the all-around sensitivity. Parking brake button. Would have liked to see this near the toggle switch. I do like the Integra for the parking button placement, but here you're gonna have to reach over and turn it off. Kind of would have liked to see it right here somewhere, and it would have been way more convenient, okay? Door panel, completely different on the door panel. Memory seating, ambient lighting. We got the leather wrap around. Controls on the windows, flat instead of on a incline or decline like the Integra as well. Now, center console area, a lot going on. Bigger center console here. We got the bigger center console space here for right under the lid. You got USB-C, USB-A plug-in, and a 12-volt outlet, wireless charging pad, cup holders, and your key fob is a bit bigger because you get the engine start button on the key fob. Cup holders are nice, big, and deep still. And the toggle switch, loving that, okay? Seating system, I did mention they come ventilation, but take a look at what the A-spec seating system looks like on the TLX with the leather trim, the center suede inserts, and the electric controls on both front seats, to where the Integra A-spec comes just electric controlled 8-way driver seat, okay? Where the TLX actually has both front seats are electric controlled. And your glove compartment in the TLX is lockable, okay? Up top, I did mention the tilt slide moonroof option. Just wanted to show you guys that as well. So this is the overall design of the TLX. Let's shoot over to the second row, finish up with this video. Okay, so now second row seating in the TLX. Same look coming over from the front to the back. You're getting the armrest, like I mentioned, with the cup holders. So this is actually very nice and convenient. Also the hardbacks of the front seats with the pockets on each side. Okay, so you're getting two pockets. In between those two front seats, we get the vents and the USB-C plugins. Okay, up top, lighting difference. Remember I told you guys about one light over the two lights. This actually is faced over the lap of the passenger, okay? And the speakers, you might ask, the A-spec TLX does come with the ELS 17 speaker audio system. But again, we're not focusing on the bells and whistles because it's just a big difference. We're showing you guys the designs, okay? Now, as promised, here's the MSRP sticker first to the Integra, so you guys get an idea with the price tag coming in at around $35,600. And now the MSRP sticker to the TLX coming in at around $52,200 minus some change. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hopefully we were a big help to you guys and your guys' views. Remember guys, to see more videos like this one, help us and support us out at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu by liking and subscribing. Stay tuned, we have more cool things coming. God bless you.